Last time, we finally made it to Anastar City, but Serena was waiting for us right in front of the gym. And of course, she won in another battle. So to start this episode off, we headed straight into the fight. This battle almost went horribly wrong because we made an absolute misplay. I accidentally misclicked Venoshock again with Venusaur, and it almost went down to an Aurora Beam from Vaporeon. Not exactly ideal. For a second, I thought we were about to lose another Pokemon, but somehow we held on. No deaths. Crisis avoided. With Serena out of the way, it was time to prepare for the gym number 7. I backtracked all the way back to Dendemil Town to visit the move relearner. There, I taught Mightyena Crunch and Greninja Night Slash. After the prep, we headed to Anastar City Gym. Getting through the war panels, honestly, wasn't too bad. I enjoyed this gym a lot. And not before long, we reached Olympia. After leveling everyone up to the level cap, it was time. Olympia leads with Sigilif, and I lead with Doublade. I decided to go for a setup immediately. We use Swords Dance, whilst Olympia sets up Reflect. Then she follows it up with a Light Screen, as we get in some damage with Night Slash. Sigilus fires back with Psychic, dropping Doublade into yellow. And at that point, I made a greedy play. I clicked Swords Dance again. Yeah, I went for that +4. Sigilif hit with another Psychic, bringing us even lower. But now, Doublade was fully online. One boosted Night Slash finally knocked out Sigilif. Next up was Meowstic. I didn't want to risk it, so I switched to Mightyena. It tanks 2 Shadow Balls surprisingly well, and fires back with a Crunch, bringing Meowstic into yellow. Another Shadow Ball dropped us low enough to trigger our Citrus Berry, but Mightyena held on. One more Crunch finishes the job. That left Olympia's final Pokemon, Slowking. I decide to stay in. Crunch brings Slowking low into yellow, as it answers back with Yawn. That meant we had this one turn, and one chance to do it. Mightyena came through. Another crunch sealed the KO. And just like that, we earned our 7th gym badge. But things escalated immediately after. As we exited the gym, Lysandre has a video call and started giving some speech about the beauty and destruction about Team Flare bringing to the world. You know, normal villain stuff. So naturally, we rushed back to Lumio City and entered Lysandre Cafe. After defeating the 2 grunts, we came face to face with Lysandre. After defeating the 2 grunts, we finally came face to face with Lysandre. He led with Mienfoo, while I led with Talonflame. Since we outspeed, one fly gets the Oko. Expecting the Aqua Tail, I pivot to Lapras. Instead, it clicks Outrage. Thankfully, Lapras tanks it and hits back with Thunderbolt, bringing Gyarados into red. Another Outrage puts us into yellow, and one final Thunderbolt gets the KO. Pyro comes out next. I switch to Greninja, who unfortunately gets burned by Fire Blast. Still, it survives and uses Surf to get the Oko. Last but not least, Murkrow. I bring in Snorlax. It tanks both the Aerial Ace and Foul Play before getting off a Yawn. I then pivot to Hippowdon as Murkrow kept attacking. Eventually, it falls asleep, and a few crunches later, plus the Sandstorm damage, it finally finished the fight. Lysandre is down. But Team Flare ain't finished. Not even close. We started navigating through their secret base looking for their keycard. Along the way, a grunt hands over the TM for Taunt, and after defeating the Team Flare admin Mabel, we finally obtained the keycard. On the next floor, we found something unexpected. AZ, captured inside a massive cell. Lysandre forced AZ to recount the story of the Great War, and honestly, it still kind of baffles me that Nintendo never added voice acting to the scene. Could have been so much passion there. Moments like this would have hit so much harder. After the story, we followed Lysandre to the 3rd floor. There, we were challenged by Xerosic. His Crobat wasn't too bad. Lapras handled it with 2 Thunderbolts. Then came the real threat, Malmar. This thing would be pretty scary, but I pulled off a very interesting strategy. Perish Song. Shout out to Wolfglick. Malmar hit with Superpower, putting Lapras low. I switched to Hippowdon. It tanks 2 more superpowers and manages to get off a dig. And then, Perish Song activated. Malmar fainted. It's absolutely fantastic. After the battle, we were given a choice. We pressed the red button or the blue button. Naturally, I clicked the blue button. And then everything changed. The ultimate weapon is activated. A massive beam fills the sky. As we watch in horror as the Geosenge Town becomes the weapon's target. Team Flare isn't talking anymore. They've actually done it. And now we have to head to Geosenge Town, try and figure out what is Lysandre's next plan. In the next episode, we descend deeper into Team Fire's madness and try to stop Lysandre once and for all. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot.